Did you know that nearly 73% of students with a mental health condition experience a mental health crisis during college? Nowadays, college students have different standards when arriving on campus in terms of needs, expectations for services, and risk factors. Yet prior research suggests that a majority of those students who experience psychological stress or anxiety don't seek out mental health counseling. Hi, I'm Marley Schultz, a junior journalism major at Bradley University. Since struggling with my own mental health, I've always been curious about what it looks like from an outside perspective. And so in these next few minutes, I'll show you a couple people's thoughts on the issue.
My name is Emily Panich, and my title is Outreach Counselor.
Emily has participated in many outreach programs in the Peoria area, but is now focusing on the issues at Bradley.
I counsel college students for a variety of mental health issues, but I mainly use cognitive behavioral therapy in working with those students. I think your emotional well-being, your social well-being, spiritual, physical, I think it's important that all of those needs are being met in order to have good mental health.
Like Emily said, there's a lot that goes into mental health, and the diversity that students face on campuses is super important. Sociologist Heather Clark has claimed that diversity is intersectional, and mental health is a significant social identity that impacts the experiences of college students.
You know, today's students are under immense pressure. Their lives have been monitored virtually starting from when they were in middle school, and I think that can add to mental health issues as well, because that is a lot of pressure.
That pressure can look different for many people, so I thought I'd ask someone close to me about their understanding of mental health as they view it in others.
Hi, I'm Blake.
I sat down with my brother to talk about how he experiences mental health issues through the people around him, as he himself has yet to deal with them firsthand.
Witnessing it from an outside perspective, I think it's more of a pattern thing. I think that you can fall into that kind of anxiety or that type of stress, and it kind of just lingers there for a little bit, and nothing seems to make it go away, or at least from what I've experienced. Someone very close to me has dealt with stress and anxiety for a little while now. It's probably been something that's always been there, but it's definitely coming more to fruition.
He went on to talk about how young adults in their 20s are often looked at as only having a few responsibilities and worries, but that statement was far from true.
Life is ever changing right now, and there's not a lot of certainty at this type of age. Some people think that you start to calm down, or just life seems to mellow out a little bit, and I think it's actually the opposite, of where you're finding out more about yourself, about who you are at this stage of life, growing into a more mature adult, and that can create some stressors and some anxiety.
There are, however, ways to combat those things, but sometimes the stigma behind talking about or working to fix those things can lead to nervousness and inaction. One study found that as students' stigmatic views increased, they were less likely to use mental health counseling. There's an added kind of perceived stress that comes with a student's decision on whether or not to visit a school's counseling center, mainly due to what peers might think. Emily also reassured me about the progress of the destigmatization.
Honestly, I think that, the stigma has broken down, and so more people are seeking help, and that's wonderful, but I think we still have a long way to go.
I think that taking that seriously and being open and having the ability to kind of speak your mind without repercussions is a big factor into helping people. My perspective on that is that if you take the necessary steps to go and try and help yourself by talking to people and getting it all out there and trying to make yourself feel better, and it's not working, you have all the right in the world to go and try out medication or use medication to make you feel better.
My take on, medication as far as my own mental health is, if something can help me function to my best ability, why would I not take it?
When it comes to reducing that stigma, not only with medication, but the entire problem, it's everyone's job. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Emily gave me some tips on how people can help.
Even small things such as a filter or a profile frame about Mental Health Awareness Month if you're not comfortable sharing your own story, something as small as that helps bring awareness.